What's up, everybody? I'm Kayla Brenda. I've danced for Jason Derulo, Trey Songz, and most importantly, Steezy. I'm here to teach you 6 sexy feminine dance moves that you can learn right now at home. If you're stressed out about this, don't worry, stick around to the end of the video and I'm gonna give you a few tips to get in the right frame of mind for executing these effortlessly. Move number 1, hair whips. We're moving our head in a circular motion, whipping our ponytails, weaves, whatever we have in a circle. Step 1 is firmly plant your feet so that you don't throw yourself off balance. Step 2, place your hands on your thighs for support. Loosen your neck. Think of drawing big circles with your head and add the swing of the hair with your momentum. Here's some tips to help you guys out with these hair whips. First and foremost, you want to stretch out your neck and your upper shoulders. Secondly, go in whichever direction makes you feel the most comfortable. Whichever is fine. Move number 2, body rolls. We're creating a wave motion starting at our collarbone and ending with our pelvis. We're gonna lift our collarbone, then lift our chest, arch your back, stick your tailbone out, start by contracting the top of our stomach, and we finish out the roll with the tilt of our pelvis. People miss this last part a lot by stopping kind of at their midline, but it makes it so much more oozy when you finish it out with the tilt of your pelvis. So one tip to help you out with these body rolls is to imagine a marble rolling from your collarbone all the way down. Move number 3, hip swizzles. Swizzle, swazzle, swizzle, swizzle. We stand with our feet wider than our hips to give us a good base. We arch our lower back, keeping our rib cage closed to keep our center intact. Then we start by pulling our hips up to the right and imagine tracing an infinity sign with our hips. So just a quick tip, it's super easy to overthink this and sometimes it can get a little too mechanical. What's important to remember is to just loosen it up, let it flow, and let it feel good on your body. Move number 4, the bend and snap. You might recognize this move from Legally Blonde. You want to think of it as a dramatic way to pick something up off the floor. We're going to stand with our feet wider than our hips. Yes, again with a strong base. We're going to bend over at the waist. You can bend your knees slightly to avoid feeling it all in your hamstrings if they're tight. As we go down, we're gonna put our hands against our legs to support our upper body, and we're gonna make our hair flip over towards the floor. Suddenly and dramatically, we want to flip our hair, arch our back, and slide our hands slowly up the front of our legs as we lift our upper body back up. Let me help you out with a couple of tips for this. As you're coming up, you want to start off quick with the initiation and then act as if you're diving backwards into a wall of honey to bring it up nice and slow and gooey. Make sure you're arching your back immediately as you come up. Move number 5, clean your face on the floor. We start on our hands and knees with our hands slightly closer to our knees than what would feel natural or square. We turn our face to one side and we start diving with the top of our head down towards the floor, lowering ourselves with our arms. And we want to keep holding the weight in our arms so that all the weight isn't actually on our face and we're actually not cleaning the floor with our face. We want to keep our lower back arched and our booty tooted in the air as we lower. We want to make sure to keep our knees and our ankles together. Our hips and our pelvis should be the last thing to touch the floor. All right, so a couple of little hints for this one.
Ernie, I need your help.
With what?
I need you to be in a video.
You can pump your booty at the end and reverse the entire move. Hit a nice sexy pose on your knees. On the opposite end, you can start with 2 little kitty cat crawls to make a nice little seductive intro. All right, final move number 6, the double leg swoop, #DLS. We're gonna start by sitting on our right hip with our left leg extended. As we bring our left heel back towards our booty, we lift our hip up and press into our right hand. We keep the momentum of the circle going as we continue to lift our hips and slide our heels through until we can extend our right leg nicely and beautifully to the front. We finish sitting on our left hip with the weight in both of our hands behind us. Also, if we release our head and our neck as we do this move, it adds extra sauce and it looks beautiful. So here are some overall tips for executing these moves and getting in the right overall mindset. So the obvious tip number 1 is to be confident. I know that's a lot easier said than done, so something that I like to do to help boost my confidence is I like to do something that first releases tension. So whether that's dancing around in my room to some music that I like, or just wiggling it out, and then I repeat an affirmation to myself. I say, I love myself, I own my body, and I'm a badass. Tip number 2 is to remember that sexy is you. A lot of the times we think that sexy is something outer or elsewhere that we need to put on like it's a mask. But we need to remember that we are already sexy just as we are. It's our vulnerability, it's our bravery. Sexy is you. Tip number 3, do the moves for yourself first. You want to make sure you're owning your space before you invite somebody else in. Tip number 4, keep it loose and keep it fun. It's okay to practice the mechanics of these moves to get the steps in your body, but ultimately you want it to feel good. So loosen up and make sure you're having fun and it feels good to you. And that's it. If you want to connect with me, you can find me on Instagram at Kayla Brenda, or you could slide into my heels classes at steezy.co.
Whew, that was hot. But also, let us know in the comments what other types of moves you want to see in our other YouTube videos.
And subscribe to Steezy's YouTube channel.
Damn, you're so fat, babe. We've been through 305 highway. Loving how you ride in the fast lane. Made me wanna say that's my babe, yeah. Then you gotta behave. Gotta be chill like a Sunday. Never wanna look too thirsty. But your drip got me feeling wavy.